हाय हेलो एवरीवन, मेरे बच्चा लोग, प्यारा वाला बच्चा लोग, कैसे हैं सब? ओके, आई नो दैट you all are in that joy of waiting for your weekends, है ना? Saturday, Sunday. So anyway, before hitting this Saturday and Sunday weekdays, here we are to enjoy an amazing session of moving charges and magnetism, and we are going to cover the entire chapter in this particular day itself, in this particular session itself. Tell me how excited you all are for the session, and also tell me how amazing your day was. Jaldi se jaldi फटाफट in the chat box. I'm going to look into it. चलो कैसे हैं सब? जल्दी बता दे and show me how much energy you all have stored for learning this particular concept. Hi Myara, good evening. I'm doing so good. Thank you so much for asking. Sanami, Kirti, then Anshul, Harshit, good evening. Anna, good evening. Super excited for the session. Wow, that's so great. That's so great. Right? So, I'm giving you the entire responsibility to all the warriors and legends in the classroom to make the class so much excited, so much energetic. And I want every one of you to keep on hydrating, to keep on eating food, because the session is going to be there for at least 3 to 4 hours. Right? Let's crack it. So can you do one more thing before we start with the session? Jaldi se jaldi, fatafat, do share the session to every one of your friends, to your school friends and everyone. So whoever is seeing me for the very first time, this is Ameer, your physics educator at Unacademy, and those who love me calls me Ameer Bhaiya. And a bit of introduction about myself, I hope you all can see. And one important thing that I want to tell you is I'm from Kerala, so the entire conceptual explanation will be in English only. And बीच में थोड़ा थोड़ा हिंदी में भी बातें करता है, which means I'm not so good with Hindi. ठीक है? So you can also laugh at the way I speak Hindi, and all that we can do, isn't it? Right. Now, you know that the next class for 12th standard will be our crash course that will be happening on Monday at 10 p.m. Monday we do have class, okay? Right. Now, you know that there are so many amazing teachers, and you don't want to miss any of the live classes of those teachers when it happens in Unacademy 11th and 12th, right? Okay, so what you have to do, you just have to click on this particular link here, which will take you to the Telegram group where every alerts and notifications is given whenever a teacher goes live on Unacademy Class 11th and 12th YouTube channel. So we all are expecting jaldi se jaldi aa jaiye. Bugs Bounty program. What is this about? Bugs Bounty is an amazing program where you can get so many prizes. What you all have to do? You just have to find any inappropriate content. If you find any inappropriate content, you just go to the description. There you'll find a link and just fill the form there. The prizes will be on your way. You all know that regarding the Emerge program, because the term one examination is going to be according to the new examination pattern with multiple choice questions and assertion recent type question. Hey ya nahi? Ha. So if we want to get a very good mark for the term one examination, we should be having enough practice. So in order to give you enough practice with the new examination pattern, the Unacademy, those who love all the students and bacha log, has started with this Emerge program. Because in this Emerge program, what happens is like every week we'll be giving you live mock tests for all the subjects, and if you get good marks, what happens? Yes, you will be featured in all the Unacademy social media handles. You can see the respective dates for each and every subject. It is at 5 to 6:30. It is completely free, let me tell you. And for enrolling to this particular Emerge program for free, don't forget to use a code of AMB10. What is the code? AMB10. Use this code and get 10% of discount. Okay? Okay. Now, regarding the Unacademy subscription features, I'll just talk about it 2 minutes, and after that, we are entering into that super beautiful and one of the important chapter, moving charges and magnetism. Okay. Why Unacademy subscription is so much important, bacha log? The reason for this being so much important is first thing, okay, we all educators will be teaching with a proper schedule targeting the board examination, JE examinations and the NEET examination, and we'll also make sure that all the topics are done in a proper order. But when we go to YouTube classes, okay, you can learn, but things are like some teachers will be taking the classes from here, which means it'll be completely not in a proper order. It will be hard for you to keep a track of every subjects and all the topic that is being taught in the classes. But once you come to be a part of Unacademy platform, everything is going to be in super order and you can keep track of all the topics that is being covered in the class. So won't that be an amazing feature? Yes, it is. Then top educators of the country who is already having enough experience is going to teach you. Matlab, they'll be telling you what are the examination pattern, what are the kind of questions you should be expecting. What you need to do, just follow their path, right? And if you just follow their path, you are going to get, yes, you are going to get into the colleges whichever you are dreaming about. Not just that, study materials will be given to you. Practice test and live test series will make you super confident and will bring out the best from each and every bacha log in this class. For this, you should be going for the plus subscription. For 12 months, it will cost you 1250 per month. And use this code of AMB10 and get 10% of discount wherever chalo. Okay, don't forget, this is a referral code which will help you get 10%. So it is your right, okay, to get that 10%. So I don't want any one of you to forget that. Now, some of you are like, sir, we want more features while we learn with Unacademy. Those people should be going for Iconic, because in Iconic you'll be getting personal mentor, matlab someone to tell you what to study, what not to study, how to study, what is your schedule should be for everything. This person will be there. Matlab half of your work will be done and you can relax a bit more once this person is assigned to you. Then live doubt solving classes will be there, weekly reports will be given to you. For all these super cool features of Iconic, for 12 month subscription, it will cost you 2333 per month. And again, you don't need to pay that much also, because the code is right along with you, AMB10, and get 10% of discount while you use this code. Okay. And right now festive season is going on, so jaldi se fatafat everyone use it, because if you use it before 25th, only for the first 500 subscribers, you'll get extra 4 months of CBSE and Creative Corner subscription. Okay? Yes. So, jaldi se jaldi bacha log, tell me, shall we start with the classes? Huh? Hi Max Loving Girl, hi Saloni, bahut din ho gaya aapko dekhar, it's been so long. We are going to start, but I am only going to start the classes once I get the enough energy from everyone in the class. Koi baat nahi Sudeep, please do watch the replay, okay? Yes, let's all learn together with a smile. That's the spirit, right Anna? Very good. Palak is with full of smile, so everyone is ready, huh? With a smile. So we'll be having a very chill pill class. We'll be going very slowly. If you have any doubts, please let me know. And please also note down each and everything that is being taught in the class. So Kushagra, Sudeep, Harshad, Myara, Pihu. Okay, very good, very good, very good. So everyone is super ready, super good. Yes, Ayushi, Myara, Palak. So here we go with the chapter. Now, what is we are going to learn in this particular chapter? In this particular chapter, we are going to learn about the relationship between the current electricity and the magnetism. So we are going to learn, which means that we'll be finding out whether there exists any relationship between them. But before finding out the relationship between them, we should be knowing some of the terms related to magnets and magnetism. First, we will do that. Then we will go for finding out the relationship between current and what? Current and magnetism. Shall we shuru karte? Dekh le. We will first start with the very basics of magnetism, which is a bar magnet. You know that if I have any magnet with me, it will be associated with a north pole and a south pole. And whatever we do to the magnet, matlab, I'm going to cut this magnet into essay. I'm going to cut this magnet into essay. Whatever happens, the small piece of magnet that you get after cutting in any way will also be having a north pole and a south pole. Matlab, the magnets will only be existing as a dipole, as north pole and south pole, whatever we do to those magnets. Okay, everyone knows this. Now, what are the properties of these poles? Yes, we know that like poles, matlab a north and north will be repelling. Like poles will repel. And what about unlike poles? Matlab if you are having a south pole and a north pole, here we have a south and here we have a north pole, what happens? Yes, the unlike poles, unlike will be attracting. Okay, so like poles will be repelling and unlike poles will be attracting. This is also something which we already know. Now what we are going to do is we are going to find out something which we haven't learned in before classes. What is it? You know that some magnets used to give so much of attractive power, right? And some used to give cholu attractive power. It totally depends upon, which means the attractive or repulsive power a magnet has totally depends upon the strength of its poles. Okay, which means how much strength is there with the North Pole and South Pole. So that physical quantity which talks about the strength of the poles, which we haven't learned in before classes, so please do write it down, is called as pole strength. What is it? नाम क्या है इसका? इसका नाम है pole strength. Okay, what does it say? It talks about the strength of a given pole. And how it is being expressed? It is expressed with a symbol of M, and its unit is ampere meter. What is the unit of a pole strength? Ampere meter, right? What is the symbol? Chotu M. And you'll be asking, sir, is there any method by which we can differentiate a North Pole and a South Pole with the help of a pole strength? Yes. Just like we have a negative charge and a positive charge in an electric dipole, here we write it as plus M, okay, plus pole strength for North Pole and minus M for a South Pole. Okay, yes. हाँ, yellow color अभी use किया. Okay, अभी yellow color है. Can you all see? Right? I'm really sorry. I know that I was not supposed to use red color. पता नहीं. Seems like I have some attraction towards red. है ना? वही बात है. So, noted this down. Like poles repel and like poles will be attracting. Pole strength. What is a pole strength? How to represent a North Pole and a South Pole? Everybody. Okay. Very good. Very good. Very good. Now, what is left? Now, what is left is to understand what is magnetic field. You all will be wondering, sir, what is this magnetic field? Is it going to be some tough topic we are going to learn? Arey, bilkul nahi. The concept of magnetic field is very simple. I am having a magnet. Dekh le. I do have a magnet of a North Pole and a South Pole. So, the magnetic field is simply defined as, what was electric field? How many of you do remember what was electric field? The space around a given magnet, isn't it? Similarly, the space around a given magnet is simply called as what? Magnetic field. The space around a given magnet is simply called as magnetic field. You will be asking, sir, what is so much special regarding the space around a given magnet? Why it has to be so much special so that we have to give a name for it? The simple reason is, at any point in the space, if we keep another magnet, let's say at this point 1, I'm keeping another magnet. What happens? The second magnet you keep here will be experiencing a force because of the already existing magnet, isn't it? So that is the reason why we are giving a name for this space around a given magnet. Okay, what is the name given? Magnetic field. And how can we define? Those who want to write the definition, please write it down. Magnetic field is defined as the space around a given magnet, where its influence can be felt by other magnets. Okay, isn't the influence of this particular magnet 1 is experienced by the other magnet? Yes. So this is simply called as magnetic field. Okay, yes. Good. Now, dekh le. Is the strength of the magnetic field going to be the same at all the points in the space? What I'm asking is, I'm keeping a magnet here at the point 1. Now I'm keeping a magnet very far away from here, which means I'm keeping another magnet here. Is the force experienced by the magnet 1 and the magnet 2, is it going to be the same? Okay, is it going to be the same? Bilkul nahi, it is not at all going to be the same. We know that when we keep two magnets so close to each other, the force is going to be so huge, right? When we keep away from it, the force is going to be so much lesser, isn't it? Which means the strength of the magnetic field or magnetic field intensity is different at different points. What did I say? I just have said a new physical quantity. What is the name? Magnetic field strength or magnetic field intensity. It totally talks about how much influence a given magnet can put on the other magnets. And we just have realized that at different points, the magnetic field strength is different. How? Because when you look at this particular magnet 1, which is kept very close to the given magnet, it will be experiencing a larger force compared to the faraway magnet, right? Okay, so magnetic field strength talks about what? Talks about the strength of the magnetic field at a point in the space around. Okay. That is a simple definition. How many of you want to know what is the actual formula of this magnetic field strength? There should be a mathematical formula, na? Instead of me giving you some ऐसे बातें. How many of you want? I hope you all are noting down. बच्चा लोग नोट कर रहे हैं ना आप लोग? हाँ? बोल दे. Okay, Myara want to know. Tanishk want to know. Then Ayushi want to know. Max Loving Girl want to know. So everyone wants to know. So shall I move to the next page and start writing? I hope you all have noted down till here, right? Okay, so here we go. So I am telling you one more extra information. Makes this a special opportunity to prepare your short notes. Why I'm telling that make this opportunity to make the short notes right now? Because I'm just taking the class in a short way. So whatever information I'm discussing here, it is very much important. So in that chotu book hai na, which I told you to keep, write down all the concepts. Okay. Now let us understand how to find out the value of magnetic field strength or magnetic field intensity produced by a magnet. So this is the magnet. Okay, हमारा अच्छा वाला beautiful looking वाला magnet है ये. I want to find out the strength of the magnetic field at this particular point. Do you know what will I do? What I will do is to find out the magnetic field strength at this point, I'll keep another magnet where at that point I'm keeping the north pole of the magnet. Then I'll measure the force experiencing on it. What will I do? I'll find out the force experienced by this particular magnet because of our primary magnet. Let's say this is having a dipole strength, pole strength of M. Okay, this particular magnet which I keep at this point is having a pole strength of M. Those who don't know, I'll write it down. This is pole strength, and let's say it experiences a force of F. Okay, what is F? F is a force experienced by a magnet of pole strength M. So what is F by M? What is F by M? It is just like 100 rupees is the price of 5 kilogram of rice. So how will you find out the price for 1 kilogram? That is equal to 100 divided by 5. Similarly, F is a force experienced by a pole strength of M. How will you find out the force experienced by unit pole strength? That is F by M, isn't it? And this F by M itself is called as magnetic field strength or magnetic field intensity. Note it down. You'll never see this in your NCERT book also, but note it down for understanding this concept in an amazing way so that you'll never forget. समझ में आ गया? हाँ? I hope you remember electric field. What is electric field? Force per unit charge. है ना? So just connect the equation with what we have learned now. So the magnetic field is force per, there was charge, here we have pole strength. So force per pole strength is equal to the magnetic field. Note किया सब? आ गया तो आ गया, समझ भी आ गया, मजा भी आ गया, है ना? Now, वेक्टर क्वांटिटी है या स्केलर क्वांटिटी? Vector or scalar? It's a vector quantity. How am I able to say that it's a vector quantity? Because it is force per unit pole strength. So force is a what kind of a quantity? Vector. So obviously this magnetic field is also a vector quantity. What is the direction of magnetic field? Same as the direction of force experienced by a north pole kept at that point. What is it? Same as the direction of force experienced by a north pole kept at that particular point. Matlab, this is our north and south pole. If I want to find out the direction of magnetic field at this point, what I have to do? Just keep another magnet's north pole there. Find the force it experiences. What is the force it will be experiencing? North and north will be repelling, and this is the direction. Suppose I want to find the direction of magnetic field at this point. What will you do? Just keep a north pole here. Find out the force it experiences. This north will be attracted toward the south. So this is the force it experiences, and this is the direction of magnetic field. So if you collect the direction of magnetic field at all the points around a given magnet, it will be forming a line like this. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Okay, it will be forming a line like this, but though it starts from north and it moves towards south, it is not going to end at south. How is it going? It is going to move from south towards the north. Essay. It is going to be forming the closed loop. And do you know what do we call these lines as? What do we call these lines as? In electric field, we have electric field lines. Here what we have? Here what do we have? Jaldi bole, here what do we have? Here we have, yes, magnetic field line. Iska naam hai magnetic field lines. What the magnetic field lines does? Magnetic field lines will show the direction of magnetic field at each point, just like how it was being defined in electric field lines. So as you can see, it starts from north outside the magnet. It will be moving toward the south. Is it going to end here? No, it will be moving from south to north inside the magnet. So this is magnetic field lines. Again, you can draw so many magnetic field lines, I say. Okay, and the first property is, what is the very first property of magnetic field lines? It forms closed loops. Unlike electric field lines. How many of you do remember how the electric field lines was in the case of electric field lines? Was it forming closed loops? बच्चा दे बता दे. हाँ, जल्दी बता. Is it going to be forming closed loops in the case of electric field lines? Electric field lines, was it forming closed loop? हाँ, Sneha says no. Tanish says no. Very good, very good. No. Which means, let's say if I am having a positive charge, है ना? In the case of a positive charge, electric field line just emerges out. It is just a line. But here, in the case of magnetic field lines, it will be forming only closed loops. वही है मेरा बच्चा लोग, आयुषी, Max Loving Girl, Ritu, good evening. Right? समझ में आ रहा है? Okay. Then, if it is having, as it starts from north, move towards south, and from the south, it will be moving towards north. Right? Tell me, how can I find the direction of magnetic field at this particular point? How will you do? From the magnetic field line, just draw a tangent. ठीक है, एक tangent ऐसे ही draw कर ले. The tangent, just like electric field lines case, here also draw a tangent, and tangent will show you the direction. So the second property is draw a tangent. It will show what? Yes, it will be showing the direction of magnetic field. Then third property. Is there any method by which we can find out the magnitude of magnetic field? Right hand thumb rule we will be saying, okay? That is a different part of this topic. Bol de, is there any method by which we can find out the relative magnitude of magnetic field? Is there any method? Hi Ritu, good evening. Yes. What you can do, you know that at the poles of the magnetic field is more, which means the strength of the magnetic field is more. How can you find that out? By looking into the magnetic field lines? Very simple. देख ले. Once you look at those positions where the magnetic field line is more, the density of the magnetic field lines are more. So how can you get a relative value of magnetic field strength from the magnetic field lines? Just look into the density of magnetic field lines. समझ में आ गया? Wherever the density of magnetic field lines more, if density of magnetic field lines, if it is more, there we'll be having larger magnetic field strength. Very good, amazing. Next, can two magnetic field lines intersect each other? Can two magnetic field lines intersect each other? From what you have learned from electric field lines, कर सकता है क्या? कोई बात नहीं तनिष्क. Okay, take care of yourself. नहीं, because why? Because if two magnetic field lines intersect each other, it says at this point, according to one of the line, it says the magnetic field is in this direction, right? And the other line will tell that the direction of magnetic field is in the other direction. मतलब at a point there will be two directions for magnetic field, which is not possible. So no intersection of magnetic field lines are possible, right? Okay, So these are the main and the important properties of magnetic field lines. Note it down, jaldi se fatafat. In your short notebook, it's very important. Jaldi se kar le. Very good sculpting. Okay, so no intersection because it shows two directions. You can write that also in your chotu book. नोट किया पूरा बच्चा लोग? नोट किया बच्चा लोग? हाँ. Okay, very good. Now, what is left to understand? Now, you all got an idea about magnetic field, है ना? मेरा बच्चा लोग पूरा का लोगों को magnetic field के बारे में. I hope you all got an idea. Now, what we are going to do? Now we are entering into the chapter. मतलब, what was the basic concept of this chapter? Yes, in this chapter, we were actually going to find out the relationship between magnetic field and the current. Do you know what was that experiment which actually started with this experiment? It is Easter's experiment. I think you might have all done this experiment in your chotu classes. I'll just remind you. Dekh le. So here we have a cell, okay, which is connected through a switch to a wire. Okay, so we have a wire, and near to this wire, I'm keeping a compass needle. I hope you all know what is a compass needle, which means the ship people, the sailors will be using to find the direction. Tell me, do you know what it actually is? What this compass is actually is? Do you know? This compass, this needle of the compass is actually a magnet only. And this pointed edge is the north pole of the magnet, and the other is the south pole of a magnet actually. So we are having this magnetic needle. Initially, when the switch was in the open position, as you can see, when current is not passing, there is no deflection found in that magnetic needle. No deflection was there. I say here. But the moment Easter, his full name is Hans Christian Easter. Those who want to note it down, those who are so much into history and all, can write it. Okay. So Hans Christian Easter, when he just closed this particular switch, when the current started to flow through this particular wire, he was so surprised to see that this magnetic needle started to make a deflection, which means a magnet will only move in the presence of another magnet or in the presence of a magnetic field, isn't it? So when it started to move, he finalized and he understood that this current carrying conductor is responsible for this particular magnetic needle to deflect. Okay, how is it being responsible? It is being responsible by producing a magnetic field. What is happening? This current carrying conductor was found to be producing a magnetic field around it by the Easter's experiment. Do you know what is the direction of magnetic field he found out? He found out that the direction of the magnetic field produced by this current carrying conductor is in circular loops, and in this case it was in the anti-clockwise. What did he found out? He found out that with the help of this compass needle, the direction of the magnetic field, he found out that in a current carrying conductor, the direction of the magnetic field is circular loops. Okay, noted? In the Easter experiment, he found out that the direction of the magnetic field is in circular loops. सबने नोट किया है ना बच्चा लोग? ठीक है सर, बिल्कुल नोट किया. He also found one amazing thing also, which means when the current was towards right, the direction of the direction of magnetic field was found to be anti-clockwise. ठीक है? He changed the direction of the current. मतलब he made the current to move in the opposite direction, and he was surprised again. What was the surprise? He found out, yes, the magnetic field lines are in circular loops itself, but the direction of the magnetic field was in clockwise direction. Matlab, initially it was anti-clockwise and then it was found to be in the clockwise direction when the direction of current was changed. Matlab, the direction of magnetic field totally depends upon the direction of current also. Okay. Now, don't you all want to know, Easter know how Easter know the method of finding out the direction of magnetic field produced by a current carrying conductor? First thing, in circular loops. Second thing, either it can be in the clockwise or anti-clockwise. Sir, Easters know the method of finding whether it is anti or anti-clockwise or clockwise. How will we find out? Don't we all want to know? Huh? बोल दे मुझे. Don't you all want to know how can we find out the direction of magnetic field produced by a current carrying conductor? Don't you all want to know? Those who want to know, just look into the screen and look into that person's hand. वो क्या कर रहा है? He is holding a current carrying conductor. And I know that what you all will be thinking, sir, if we hold a current carrying conductor, shock लग जाएगा. कितना बेवकूफ है वो भाई. So just for the time being, for finding out the direction, just hold it. Okay. Hi Nikita. Hi Max. Everyone. Myara, Shriti, AB believers. Okay. So I hope you all held the current carrying conductor. Now what you have to do, keep your right hand thumb in the direction of the current carrying conductor. Can you see in the picture? Can you see in the picture? So those who want to look at me, you can just look into my pen and think that in the upward direction a current is moving. For finding out the direction of magnetic field, keep your thumb in the direction of the current of your right hand. Kar diya? Then curl your fingers. Can you see? The direction of the curled fingers will tell you the direction of magnetic field at each point. So in this case, in which direction the fingers are getting curled? In the clockwise or anti-clockwise? देख ले. It is getting curled in the anti-clockwise direction. है या नहीं? In the anti-clockwise direction. So just by using this particular concept, you can find out the direction of magnetic field at any point. Okay, so say it is getting curled. Let's say we don't want to find out the magnetic field throughout. At a particular point you want to find out, at this point. Okay, which means I have marked a small white dot there. What is the direction of magnetic field at that point? बोल दे. And I want every one of you to do it from your end. If you just look into the video, you won't understand. बोल दे. At this point, which I marked as white color, what is the direction of magnetic field at that point? According to what your curled fingers say, on the left hand side of the current carrying conductor, in which direction is your curled fingers going? Is it outward or inward? Is it out of the plane or inside the plane? I can't see the answers. बच्चा लोग बता दे, जल्दी बता. Jashan, Rohan, Max, Anna. Is it inward? अरे देख ले. Look here. You do it from your end. Don't look into my video, so you'll get confused. Isn't it getting outward? देख ले. It is rotating in this direction. So either if it rotates, if I draw a tangent to the magnetic field, in which direction it is coming? Isn't it coming outwards? Yes or no? Yes. Very good. It is outwards. Shrithi, Myara, Jashan, Khushi, very good. And what about the right hand side? Idhar, right hand side. How is it? On the right hand side, dekh le. Everyone hold your pencil in your hand. Everyone, we will clear this particular concept because this is very important. Okay, so keep your thumb in the direction of the current. Let's say it's upward. Curl your fingers on the right hand side of your pen or in your plane. In which direction the curled fingers are going? Inward. Okay, so the method of representing an inward magnetic field is put across there with B. It means the magnetic field at this point is inside the plane. How can I represent the direction of magnetic field as outward? In a circle, put a dot. If you put a dot inside a circle, it means the magnetic field is outward. Cross means inwards. Dot means bahar. So you will never forget. ये बिल्कुल समझ में आ गया. These are some things, these are some concepts which many students are not so much comfortable, which means they don't know about this particular concept. तो अभी मेरा बच्चा लोगों को सबको समझ में आ गया है ना? When you get a question, you'll be doing it, isn't it? Max, Lavengul, Jashandeep, Myara, Ankita, Devi, Khushi, Kevin. Very good. तो ये क्वेश्चन करके मुझे उत्तर दे दे जल्दी फटाफट. Shruti, after doing this question, you will be more clear. ये question कर ले and you will be understanding how to do it. Understood, है ना Shreya, Nikita, Khushi, Rohan. Now let me see who is going to give me the answer for this particular question as fast as possible. कौन दे देगा मुझे? Rohan says option A. Then Rohan only, okay, then Jashandeep says B. Aishi says A, Anna says A, Rohan says A, Neaton Soul says B. So A we can see. So yes, the correct answer is option A. And who gave me the answer correctly for the first time? It's Rohan, right? Very good, Rohan. Shall we understand how this question can be done? Dekh le everyone. A current carrying power line. Matlab, we have a current carrying conductor which is moving towards west to east. This is west, this is east. Okay, yes. Question is, what will be the direction of magnetic field 1 meter above it? Either hai na, directly above it, what's the direction of magnetic field? What do you all have to do? Keep your pen from west to east. Take your right hand, keep your thumb in the direction. Don't look into the video, you will get confused. Now what you all have to do? Curl your fingers. What is the direction of curled fingers? Isn't it pointing towards you? Isn't it pointing towards you? Okay, towards you matlab from where to where it is coming? Isn't it coming from, kahan hai mera pen? North towards south? Yes or no? You have to do it from your end. I can't do it because it is, which means it is a three-dimensional something which you have to understand. Isn't it pointed towards you? Which means from north to south. Huh? Just curl your fingers aise. And when it reaches at the topmost position, if you stop curling your fingers, you will see that the curled fingers are pointed towards you. Just like how a snake is looking at you, isn't it? Okay, John. Hi. तो समझ में आ गया क्लियर? मियारा, मैक्स लविन गर्ल सबको. You shouldn't contact anyone. You just go and join an academy. Just use the code of AMB10 for getting 10% of discount. वही है. Okay. Okay, now we are entering to a new part from this particular chapter, which is Biot-Savart's law. Now, we all are clear about finding out the direction of magnetic field. Anyone? I don't think anyone is having any doubts. पूरा clear है ना बच्चा लोग? और क्या? Now what we are going to do is, मेरा बच्चा लोग सुन ले, we are going to find out the magnitude of magnetic field produced by a current carrying conductor. What is it? Once again, yes, we are going to find out the magnitude of magnetic field, and it was given by Biot-Savart's law. According to Biot-Savart's law, the magnitude of magnetic field produced by a current carrying conductor is equal to, let's say I am taking a very small length of a conductor. देख ले, a small length of a conductor I took, which is dl, छोटू length of conductor. I want to find out the magnetic field at the point P, which is at a distance of r from the current carrying conductor dl. And you can see that with the length, the distance, that means r, makes an angle of theta also. Can you see that angle theta? Yes. It says that according to Biot-Savart's law, the magnetic field at this point is equal to mu naught divided by 4 pi. What is mu naught? I am going to explain you. I means the current passing through this conductor, dl, the length of the conductor, sine of theta, ye angle, divided by r square. This is the equation to find out the magnetic field. Now you all can ask me, sir, what is this mu naught? ये mu naught क्या है? उसका नाम क्या है? Mu naught is called as permeability, and it is not, it is of free space. मतलब air है ना? Air का permeability है mu naught. Now you all will be having, sir, ये permeability क्या होता है? Permeability means how easily a medium can be magnetized. How easily, array, why the red color came? Back to yellow color. How easily a medium can be magnetized. Those mediums which can be magnetized so faster will be having large value of permeability. those medium which can be magnetized slowly or to a small value will be having chotu value of permeability. So if you want to find out the magnetic field at some different medium, so the formula will be equal to mu divided by 4 pi. Only if it is in free space it is mu naught. If it is in any other medium, we have to use the permeability of that medium. Then I, the length of the conductor, sine of theta divided by r square. Okay, note it down. It is very important. Ha, bilkul I won't use red color. Bilkul nahi. Okay, everyone noted this down. One more thing that I want to tell you is sometimes you will hear to as relative permeability. So ये relative permeability क्या होता है? And you will be like Ameer sir, Ameer bhaiya didn't taught us what is relative permeability. देख ले. Permeability of a medium to permeability of free space होता है ना. This ratio is called as relative permeability. You can note this also down in your Chotu book. Okay, so one thing I forgot to tell you, or I have no idea whether I told you the units of magnetic field. Did I tell you magnetic field or magnetic field strength are unit? I think I forgot to tell you in between. It is a Tesla. Okay, the unit of magnetic field is Tesla. Another unit is also there. Another unit is also there, that is Gauss. Okay, now you'll be asking, sir, what is the conversion rate? 1 Gauss is equal to 10 power minus 4 Tesla. In some question, you will be finding magnetic field expressed in Gauss. Somewhere Tesla is the SI unit which we have to use. The relation between Gauss and Tesla is 1 Gauss is equal to 10 power minus 4 Tesla. So law from South Africa. Arre baap re. I think it will take a lot much of time to even to reach here. Anyway, thank you so much. De Villiers. Now, we are going to make a small derivation. How many of you are ready to make a small derivation? Chotu wala derivation. Shall we do? Ek chotu wala. Okay. We have a circular loop of radius r where a current of I is passing through it. ठीक है? Okay. Now, this is its axis. At a distance of x along the axis, we want to find out the magnetic field at this particular point. Which is the only law we know? We only know that the magnetic field produced is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl sine theta by r square, isn't it? So what we will do is, I will take a very small length here, let's say dl, okay, and the distance from this current carrying conductor dl to the point will be equal to how much? Root of r square plus x square, isn't it? Yes, let me mark this as small r. This is the distance from the current carrying conductor to the point P where magnetic field has to be found out. Tell me, what is the magnetic field it produces? dB will be equal to mu naught divided by 4 pi, isn't it? I dl sine of theta divided by square of the distance. R को square किया तो this root will be going, so this is r square plus x square, है ना? और क्या सर? बिल्कुल. Okay, tell me what the value of theta. Those who tell me what the value of theta, chocolate for you. Chocolate will be reaching at your home. जल्दी फटाफट बता दे theta का value क्या है? What is the value for theta? Jaldi, jaldi, jaldi. Very good, Rohan. 90 degree, Rohan. Very good. Nikita, 90. Very good. Sneha, how did you understand? Because theta is the angle between the length of the conductor and the R value. You can see that it is 90 degree ऐसे, है ना? At that point, can you see, isn't it forming a 90 degree? This is length and this is the distance R. The angle between them is theta. It's 90. So this is sine 90 it will come. So sine 90 is equal to 1 it will go. ठीक है? Now, the other important part is we got the magnitude, but for finding out the magnetic field, we also need direction, है ना? Hey, या नहीं? What is the direction of magnetic field at the point P? For finding a direction, what will you do? What you'll do is take your right hand, everyone. Take your right hand. The current is moving in this direction, so keep your thumb in the direction of that. Curl your fingers. You can see that the curled fingers are forming a circle like this, isn't it? It is forming a circle like this and passing through the point. So you can see that the circle is moving like this. So if this is the magnetic field at this particular point, what will you do? Just draw a tangent, isn't it? And this is the direction of magnetic field at this point P produced by this small length. Koi shak? Koi shak? Dekh le? It is making a circular loop. So I have just drawn the outline of that circular loop, which is the magnetic field direction. At this point, the circular loop is going like this. I just have drawn a tangent that will show the direction of magnetic field. Koi shak? Sir, koi shak nahi. What I'm going to do is right now, I'm going to resolve this dB into x-axis and y-axis. Ye theta hai to, what will be this? 90 minus theta. So this will be theta again, and you don't want a red color, hai na? So this component of dB will be equal to dB cos theta, and this will be equal to dB sin theta. Okay. Okay, I just have resolved the magnetic field. That's all in x-axis and y-axis. Now we are going to do a very super amazing thing. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to take a diametrically opposite point of same length dl. Obviously, this length will also be producing a magnetic field here, isn't it? What is the direction of magnetic field? Current is coming aise, current is coming aise, current is moving in this direction. So keep the thumb in that direction. Kar liya? Right hand ka thumb. Keep it inside. It is moving inward. So curl your fingers. Curling your fingers to the point P, you can see that the magnetic field is in this direction. Koi shak? Just keep your thumb in the direction of current that is moving inwards. Curl your fingers, right? A circle which is formed like this. Once it reaches here, it will be making a tangent, and this will be the direction of magnetic field. Koi shak hai kya is pe? Kuch bhi nahi. Which means a diametrically opposite point of having the same length will be producing a same magnetic field of dB. If I take the component of dB again, what happens? This will be dB sin theta and this will be dB cos theta. What I wanted to show you here is, what you can see about this dB cos theta? What you can see about this dB cos theta, wo bata. Array, dB cos thetas are in the opposite direction. They will get cancelled, isn't it? Yes. Isn't it? Yes, dB cos theta will get cancelled. So what will only remaining here is, in the calculation of dB that is being produced from all the length is dB sin thetas. Okay, so for finding out the total magnetic field, do we need to integrate the entire dB? No, you need to only integrate the sine component of dB because cos component gets cancelled off. This is integral of, substitute for dB, mu naught divided by 4 pi I dl divided by r square plus x square sin theta. Dekh le ye theta, right angle triangle, sine is opposite, that is r, divided by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is chotu r, that is r square plus x square with a root, the whole raised to 1 by 2. ठीक है? Now what all are going to come outside? Mu naught by 4 pi bahar aa jayega, isn't it? I will be coming outside. R square plus x square raised to 1 and half will become r square plus x square the whole power 3 by 2. Okay, then r will also come outside. What only remains is integral of dl. बोल दे बच्चा लोग, अभ्यास, शंखमित्रा, alone, max loving girl, म्यारा, if you integrate the entire length of dl, क्या मिल जाएगा आपको? If you integrate small length of the circle, ये dla, all these length, if you add up, if you integrate, what will you get? हाँ, you will get, बोल, yes, what you will get? We will get the total circumference of the circle. How much is it? 2 pi r. कोई शक? Itna simple concept, isn't it? So in a much simple way, we just have found out the value of magnetic field produced by a circle on its axis at a distance of x. अभ्यास, क्या बोलना है हमें हिंदी में, लेकिन मुझे हिंदी इतना अच्छा नहीं आता है, so that I can explain the concepts. श्रुति समझ में आ गया? Very good, Rohan. It's 2 pi r. 2 pi r. Very good. So shall I write this entire formula in next sheet? Jay, Kevin, Rohan. So if we are having a circular loop of radius r, along its axis if you have a point which is at a distance of x, the value of magnetic field is mu naught divided by 4 pi 2 pi I r square by r square plus x square the whole power 3 by 2. Write it down. Okay, those who want to cancel this 2 pi and 4 pi, it's up to you. But I would say that mu naught by 4 pi is a common term everywhere, right? So you can learn it as such. Mu naught by 4 pi 2 pi I r square plus x square the whole power 3 by 2. It's important. The derivation is even there in NCERT. So ye kar le. Written. Okay, now tell me, can anyone find out what is the value for magnetic field at the center of a circle? B, at center of a circle. Can anyone find? Can anyone find the value of magnetic field at the center of a circle? Crystal clear, hai na? Rohan, Miara. Noted. Very good, Satya. Jaldi bol de. What is the value for magnetic field at the center of a circle? Just use this concept. Use your common sense, your brilliance, and tell me. Let me see. Can anyone do it? Best of luck, Sankamitra. Go and rock your exam. That's all I want to say. Arey, I'm not here to interest anyone. I just want to teach physics, right? It's zero. Everyone is like, sir, zero. So you thought that if I want to ask a question like this, it would be the easiest answer. So let us go for zero, hai na? Arey, when we consider the point which is exactly at the center, just tell me what will be the value of x. X is the distance from the center to the point. But if we consider the point itself as a center, x value is going to be 0. At the center, x value is 0. Hai ya nahi? So put x is equal to 0 here. How much it will be? 2 pi and 4 pi will cancel here. So this is mu naught divided by 2. 2 pi and 4 pi. I will be there. X square will become 0. Right? Because we are considering at the centermost point. R square 3 by 2 will become how much? R square into 3 by 2. 2 cancel. It becomes R cube. So on the top there is R square. Ye wala. And at the top, bottom we have R cube. So how much is it? R. So formula ho gaya mu naught I by 2R. I'll tell you, इतना बड़ा important. Okay, कोई बात नहीं सत्या. Very good, very good, very good. So it is mu naught I divided by 2R. वही है. Okay, रोहन मिल गया. Okay. So understood है ना श्रुति याना संकमित्रा? आ गया तो आ गया, मजा आ गया है ना? तो जल्दी से नोट कर ले ये दोनों का दोनों फॉर्मूला. Okay, write down what this formula corresponds to. Okay, and then note it down in your छोटू book. छोटू book मतलब क्या होता है? छोटू book हाँ हमारा short note books उस पे ही. हाँ अभी नहीं रिया. Let's see at the end of the session if I have energy. तो at that time I'll sing a song. Noted. Shruti, Myara noting. Jaldi. Okay, so we are going to move forward. छोटू book पे note किया है ना? So magnetic field due to a current carrying conductor, we have learned all these things. तो हो गया तो ये कर ले. And I forgot to mention one thing. So the magnetic field produced by one single turn, I'll just write in the next page. देख ले. If it is one single turn exactly at the center, magnetic field is mu naught I divided by 2R, है ना? Okay. If there are two turns, let's say there are two turns. First turn will be producing a magnetic field of mu naught I by 2R. Second will also be producing a magnetic field of mu naught I by 2R. So there the magnetic field will be 2 times mu naught I by 2R. If there are 3 turns, 3 times mu naught I by 2R. So if there are n number of turns, magnetic field will be equal to n times mu naught I divided by 2r. Okay, ये भी note कर ले before going to the next problem. Okay, and one more thing is, let's say a current is traveling in this anti-clockwise direction. Can you see? In the anti-clockwise, tell me what the direction of magnetic field here. I'm keeping the loop like this. Okay, in a vertical fashion, I'm keeping the loop like this. Current is traveling in the anti-clockwise direction. Tell me whether the magnetic field is towards right or whether the magnetic field is towards left. Right hand thumb rule say. Ha, bilkul Riya. Thank you so much for the concern and love. Is it going to be towards right or it is going to be towards left? Magnetic field, inwards, outwards. Shall I do? What do you have to do? You have to keep the thumb of your right hand in the outward. Okay, the current is coming as say it is making an anti-clockwise. Can you see? It is making an anti-clockwise. Now curl your fingers. While curling the finger, you can see that the fingers are pointed towards which direction? Here you can see that the fingers are moving towards right, isn't it? So exactly at the center, the direction of magnetic field is towards where? Right. How you understood? देख ले, ये हमारा circle है. On the top, I'm keeping the thumb, curling your fingers. The fingers are showing towards right. So magnetic field is towards right. Clear, simple concept. I just wanted to check that whether you remember the concept of direction or not. वही किया मैं. Okay, म्यारा स्नेहा आर्यन, ये क्लास तो ऐसे ही जाएगा. I have no idea. I think 3-4 hours ऐसे ही जाएगा question, which means our session. So ये question कर ले हम. जल्दी जल्दी फटाफट. Okay, a long wire carries a current. It is bent into a circle of one turn and the magnetic field at the center of the coil is B. Then it is then bent into a circle of loop n turns. You have to know that the length of that particular wire is remaining as a constant. The question is, once the wire is bent into a circle of n turns, the magnetic field at the center will be. Very simple question it is. Everyone is going for the option C. I know that everyone will be going for the option C. And the person who made the question also know that you all will be going for the option C. But bilkul wrong hai. Okay, shall we understand where you all have gone wrong? Array, very good, rank gaming, very good. It is n square b. Kaise? It's option B. Kaise? Dekh le. Initially, I was having a length of a wire. I made into a circle of radius r. Okay. Now I found out the magnetic field. It is B, and what will be the formula? Mu naught I divided by 2 times r. Okay. This is the first case. The same wire I am going to make into n number of turns. The same length of the wire, if I make it into so many number of turns, obviously the radius will change. So this is going to be the next one with so many turns with some radius r. Okay, this circle is having some radius r. What will be the formula for magnetic field? B dash is equal to, as there are n number of turns, n times mu naught I, current is the same, divided by 2. Will the radius be the same? This is the place where you all have gone wrong, isn't it? Isn't it? Yes or no? Hey ya nahi? हाँ, this is the place where you all have gone wrong. So instead of capital R, ये होता है small r here. So this is a place where you all might have gone wrong. Now you will be asking, sir, how to find the relationship between this r and ye r? Array, it is the same wire. So the total circumference is going to be the same. What is the circumference of the first circle? 2 pi r. What is the total circumference of n turns? One turn is 2 pi chotu r. N turns are there, n times 2 pi r. अब समझ में आ गया. सो 2 पाई कैंसिल कर ले. छोटू आर इज इक्वल टू, ये छोटू आर इज इक्वल टू कैपिटल आर बाई एन. हाँ सर, नाउ तो समझ में आ गया. विच मीन्स n टाइम्स म्यू नॉट आई डिवाइडेड बाई 2, स्मॉल आर इज इक्वल टू कैपिटल आर बाई n. वो n ऊपर हो जाएगा एंड ये हो जाएगा n स्क्वायर. ओके, सो दिस इज n स्क्वायर. म्यू नॉट आई बाई 2r, म्यू नॉट आई बाई 2r इज इनिशियल मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. अब समझ में आ गया बच्चा लोग? हाँ, अब समझ में आ गया वाई द ऑप्शन सी इज रॉन्ग एंड इट इज बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. अभी पता चला, यही था ट्रिक. दिस इज व्हाट वाज देयर. हाँ, डाउट है तो स्ट्रेंजर बता दे. Sex says, yep, okay sir, yes sir. You gave me the correct answer. Arsh, Tam, G square, Arm, Sumit sir, Embarmi, Cobra. ठीक है, you very good, बढ़िया बात है, बिल्कुल बढ़िया बात है. फिर if you are the person who gave me the correct answer, है ना? और क्या. तो I hope you all have noted down. पूरा का पूरा बच्चा लोग नोट किया ना? सेम क्वेश्चन है. ठीक है. तो अगला कॉन्सेप्ट के लिए कौन रेडी है? कौन रेडी है अगला कॉन्सेप्ट लर्न करने के लिए? इट इज वन ऑफ द इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ दिस एंड लॉट मेनी डेरिवेशंस आर आल्सो हैज टू बी डन फ्रॉम हियर. मेरा हिंदी इंप्रूव हो रहा है, बिल्कुल बढ़िया बात है. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द कॉम्प्लीमेंट सत्या. मेरा दिन तो बन गया. नीट इन सोल मी. Okay, now ready है ना? सुदीप, स्नेहा, म्यारा, स्ट्रेंज, नीट इन सोल, रोहन. ओके, देख ले. Now we were only having one single law to find out the magnetic field. Which was that particular law? Yes, it was Biot-Savart's law. But you also might have felt that Biot-Savart's law थोड़ा confusing है, थोड़ा what's it? It is थोड़ा difficult to find the magnetic field at each cases, है ना? So there comes the help of Ampere Circuit Law. Ampere Circuit Law is actually a saver. So he comes and saves us and gives a very simple method to find out the magnetic field at each and every points. Okay, so let's do a derivation, and in that way let us understand what is Ampere Circuit Law and how can we make use of Ampere Circuit Law in finding out the magnetic field at each and every point. Okay, देख ले. I am having a current carrying conductor, okay, of infinite length, which means this is also going to infinity, this is also going to infinity. A current is moving in the upward direction. What I want to do is, there is a point at a distance of r. I want to find out the magnetic field at this point. So Biot-Savart's law is like, oh my god, if you are going to find out with my help, it is going to be so much huge and with so much of complication. And Ampere Circuit Law comes and tells, this one, I can do it in a very simple way. So what he did is, he just told, wherever you want to find out the magnetic field, I want to find the magnetic field at this point. He just told that, consider a closed loop passing through the point P. Okay, he just told that consider a closed loop of any shape. But here in this case, I'm going to consider a circular loop. I'm going to consider a closed loop shape as circle. You can ask me, sir, why circle? I'll be explaining you. But right now, just take that, the shape of the closed loop that you have considered. To find the magnetic field, the point P is a circle. Okay, and this closed loop, we call it as Amperean loop. Okay, done. Then, for finding out the magnetic field, he just told that use this particular law. What does the law tells you? According to Ampere Circuit Law, he tells that integral of B dot dl is equal to mu naught times the current enclosed. Mu naught, we all know permeability. I means the current enclosed in this circular loop. Let's say there are two current carrying conductors I and I. So the current enclosed will become 2I. 3 is there, 3I. But here, for doing this problem, only one I is there. So the current enclosed is I. Okay. Understanding right hand side of this equation is not a big deal. Everyone knows. But left hand side. Sir, ye kya hai? This is something we are seeing for the very first time. So can you explain and make us understand what is integral of b dot dl? Integral of b dot dl matlab this is the line integral. We say that this is the line integral of b, line integral of magnetic field over the entire Amperian loop. Sir, fir bhi we didn't understand. Dekh le. You know that this is the current carrying conductor, isn't it? Yes. So how will you find the magnetic field? You know that keep your thumb in the upward direction, in the direction of the current of your right hand. Kar diya. Curl your fingers. The curl fingers tells that a magnetic field is produced in this anti-clockwise direction. And you will be so surprised to see that the direction of the magnetic field and the direction of length of Amperian loop at each and every points are same, isn't it? So the line integral, that is b dot dl, becomes b dl cos theta mu naught I na. So now tell me, what will be the value of theta at any point of Amperian loop? At any point you take, what will be this value of theta? Jaldi bata. Magnetic field is also circular loop and the Amperian loop is also, which we have considered as in circle. Tell me, what is the value of theta at each point? Theta will be 0, isn't it? Dekh le, loop is in this direction and it is in the same direction we have the magnetic field's direction also. So it will be 0. Very good, Rohan. Anna, 0. Very good. Samajh mein aa gaya? Huh? It is 0 degrees. Sneha, very good. Neat in soul. Myara, Shakti, yes. 0. Present? Okay, bilkul badhiya. So I can put it as 0. Now you understood why I have considered the Amperian loop in circular shape. You understood? The reason is simple. Reason बहुत बड़ा simple है. हाँ, reason क्या होता है मेरे बच्चा लोग? The reason ये है कि the reason why I have considered Amperian loop in circular shape is so that the direction of Amperian loop and the magnetic field at each point will be same. वही होता है. आ गया तो आ गया, समझ में आ गया. Okay, so I can put theta as equal to 0. And I can also take magnetic field outside of the integral. Why? Because at all points on this Amperian loop are equidistant from this current carrying conductor. So magnetic field will be a constant, so it can come outside. So B dl will be equal to mu naught times I. Now it's very simple. What is integral dl? If you integrate the entire length of this Amperian loop, this is the Amperian loop, which is of circular shape. If you add up all the chotu length, the integral dl means adding up all the length. What will you get? You will get the bigger length, and bigger length is equal to 2 pi r. That is mu naught I. That is what? The circumference of the circle b into 2 pi r is equal to mu naught I. So just rearrange mu naught divided by 2 pi I by r. क्या है ये? Menti, array, the chapter is so big. With Menti and all, we won't be able to complete the chapter. So with the help of Amperian loop, we found out the magnetic field produced by a current carrying conductor of infinite length. Formula mu naught by 2 pi I by r. Once again, what is the formula? Mu naught divided by I by r. आ गया तो आ गया, सबको समझ में आ गया? हाँ? खुशी, श्रुति, नीट एंड सोल, अलोन, रोहन, जय, खुशी, देन जय. हाँ, अच्छा वाला विद अ स्माइल बोल दे. हाँ सर, बिल्कुल अच्छे से समझ में आ गया. Okay, note it down. So the magnetic field produced by a current carrying conductor of infinite length at a distance r from it is mu naught by 2 pi I by r. Yes, I am from Kerala. Crystal clear. बिल्कुल बढ़िया बात है रोहन. नोट किया श्रुति? और क्या? तो ये कर ले question. One of the simplest question which you can answer right now. Though the question looks so, it looks so bigger. It's very simple. Jaldi se jaldi, fatafat. I hope you all can see the question, right, and the options. आ गया सर समझ, मस्त। ओके मस्त आ गया तो और क्या चाहिए, है ना। Okay, now I want the answer. I'm waiting for the answer. Let me see who's going to give me the option, whether it is option A, option B, option D, or option C. Sneha, I don't know the answer. कोई बात नहीं, we'll discuss it and understand it together, right? Shridhi says option B. Jay says option D. Then Kamalba says option D. D, yeah, B. Like I said, this is going to be one of the simplest answer, and the answer is option A. The answer is option A. How many of you understood why it is so? Why it is so? Okay, if I have a fresh page, I'll explain. देख ले. We'll take a fresh page and understand this concept. I want a fresh page so that every one of you will understand. देख ले. This is a current carrying conductor along the y-axis of infinite length. Okay, this is another current carrying conductor of infinite length. Here we have a point. This is also D. This is also D. Right? A current is traveling through this towards right. A current is traveling towards up. Consider this as a first wire and this as a second wire. Tell me what is the value for magnetic field produced by the first wire. Let me mark it as B1. Formula: mu naught divided by 2 pi, current passing through it I, divided by distance from the current carrying conductor to the point. How much is it? D. Writing till here is not a big deal because those who know the formula can write it. But finding out the directions and writing the direction, tell me what the direction. Current is moving up in the conductor 1. So keep your thumb in the direction upward. Curl your fingers. What can you see? In which direction the curl fingers are moving? Isn't it inwards? Inwards. Isn't it? Matlab, it is equal to minus k cap. Very good, Rohan. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Very good. Now tell me, what about the current carrying conductor 2 and the magnetic field it produces at the same point P? B2 formula, mu naught by 2 pi. The same current I, what is the perpendicular distance from it? The same distance D. Okay. Now tell me what is the direction of magnetic field at the point P because of the second conductor. Bol. Ha. Take your right hand. Everyone took your right hand. Keep your thumb in the direction of the current carrying conductor. Kar diya? Curl your fingers. Curl your fingers. What is the direction? What is the direction? The curl fingers are pointed outward. Matlab plus k cap. Add kar le. Add these two. What happens? Once you add these two, magnetic field, same magnitude, opposite direction, minus k cap and plus k cap. While you add it, cancel हो जाएगा, zero मिल जाएगा आप लोगों को. मिल गया तो मिल गया, आंसर मिल गया और मजा भी आ गया. हाँ हाँ सर, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल अच्छे से मजा भी आ गया, समझ में आ गया. ओके, वेरी गुड. राइट हैंड थंब रूल हम डिस्कस किया है. ओके, ये भी डिस्कस किया है. ओके, सो वी हैव वेरी बैक एट द पेज, है ना. ओके, नाउ we are going to find out the magnitude of magnetic field produced by a solenoid. Are you all ready? हाँ, मजा आ जाएगा अभी. What is it? क्या करने वाले हैं हम? We are going to find out the magnetic field produced by a solenoid. Ready है क्या रोहन, शक्ति, neat and soul? Let me show some energy. Let me see some energy. Obviously at 10 o'clock I'll give you a break. ठीक है? Then after the break only we'll be continuing. Okay. Yes. Shall we? Okay, so I hope everyone is ready. So here we go. Ready. Now, ask me, sir, ये solenoid क्या है? What is a solenoid? A wire which is wound in a spiral form is simply called as solenoid. देख ले, in a helical form, if you are winding a wire, we call it as solenoid. ठीक है? ये है हमारा solenoid. Think that through the solenoid, a current of I is passing. If a current of I passes through the solenoid, ऐसे देख ले, current I is passing, current I is passing ऐसे. So the current is moving. Will there be a magnetic field produced? Obviously, current, if there is a current carrying conductor, magnetic field, obviously it will be produced. What is the direction? How will you find? Yes, हमारा right hand thumb rule. Take your right hand, ले लिया. Keep your thumb in the direction of a current. Current is coming outward. So keep your thumb in that. Curl your fingers. How is it going? The curl fingers are moving inside the solenoid, I say, है ना? देख ले, the curl fingers are moving inwards. ऐसे ऐसे, isn't it? ऐसे जा रहा है, ऐसे जा रहा है. देख ले. If I use yellow color, so you can see that the curl fingers will be showing a direction like this for the magnetic field lines. Okay, so you can see that magnetic field lines are moving like this, forming a closed loop. Very good. Now, our question is how to find out the magnetic field at this particular point. For finding out the magnetic field, we are going to simply use the Ampere's circuit law. Shall we use? हाँ, smart board तो from next month onwards I'm going to use it. Whatever board smart board I was using थोड़ा गलती हो गया उस पे. Okay, ये बोल दे. How to find out the magnetic field at an inside point? I have told you how to find out. Very good. You just have to. Okay, I'll be drawing a better picture, है ना? So that is already clumsy. Clumsy वाला picture हो गया वो. So I'll be drawing another solenoid. Okay, so I want to find out the magnetic field here. So according to Ampere Circuit Law, wherever you want to find out the magnetic field, you just have to draw a closed loop passing through that point, isn't it? So here I'm going to choose the shape of the closed loop as a square. What is it? I'm going to choose a square of length L. You will understand why I have chosen the shape of an Amperean loop as square. Okay, now do also mark this, the direction of magnetic field. How the magnetic field is? ऐसे है ना? In this particular direction. In this particular direction, we have the magnetic field. ठीक है, ये भी नोट किया ना सब लोग, बच्चा लोग. ठीक है, sir. Now, you just have, for finding out the magnetic field here, you just have to use the Amperean law. What does it say? Integral B dot dl is equal to mu naught times the enclosed current. We have to start substituting one by one. How many lengths are here? देख ले, from here to here one length, from here to here second length, from here to here third length, and from here to here four lengths. So you have to integrate magnetic field for the entire length. So integral B dot dl over the first plus integral B dot dl over the second plus integral B dot dl over the third plus integral B dot dl over the fourth wire is equal to mu naught times the enclosed current. Enclosed current matlab the current that is included in the closed loop we have considered. Here we have a square. So there are some number of turns, but we don't know what is that number of turns. How will we do? Dekh le, we have n number of turns. What do we have? Total number of n number of turns is there, and length of the solenoid is L. Okay, over a length of L, there are n number of turns. So what is n by L will give you? N by L will give you the number of turns per unit length. ठीक है? If you have number of turns per unit length, which is n by L, how can you find out the length? How can you find out the number of turns over a length of this much? Which color will I use? Ye color. Dekh le. Over a length of this much, how will I find out the number of turns? Number of turns per unit length multiplied by the length over where you want to find out the number of turns. N by L is number of turns per unit length. So if you want to find out the number over a length of L, N by L into L. So this will give you the total number of turns that is included in the square, which is having a length of L. So I enclosed is equal to N by L into small l, where each turn is having a current of I. So mu naught N by L, L into I. कोई शक? कोई शक? No sir, no, कुछ भी शक नहीं. Everything is clear है ना? With a smile. हाँ सर, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. Now tell me, what is left? थोड़ा बाकी है, थोड़ा left है. Some things are left to be done. So you have the second conductor. You are doing integral B dot dl. Integral B dot dl is B dl cos theta. देख ले over the second conductor. What the direction of magnetic field? Magnetic field is towards right. What is the length? Upwards. What's the angle between the length and the magnetic field? Tell me. Isn't it 90 degree? Isn't it 90 degree? Yes. So integral B dot dl will become cos of 90. So this becomes 0. So integral B dot dl over the second conductor 0 हो जाएगा. Very good, very good. Similarly, what about integral B dot dl over the fourth? देख ले, magnetic field is towards right. Length is vertically downward again. Angle between them कितना? Angle between them is 90. So B dot dl will again become 0. Isn't it? Yes. Now, while looking into integral B dot dl over the third length, okay, देख ले, listen to this concept. The third length is extremely outside the solenoid. And if you look into the density of magnetic field lines for an outside point, it is very less, isn't it? And what does the density of magnetic field lines corresponds to? Density of magnetic field lines correspond to the strength of the magnetic field or the value of B. So if density is chotu, matlab magnetic field at the third region is chotu. If magnetic field is chotu, matlab B dot dl, you can almost approximate it as 0. Okay, done. So what is only left is integral B dot dl over the length 1. कोई शक? कोई शक? Rest of the terms will become 0. Only what is left is integral B dot dl over the first conductor. मतलब ये. कोई भी शक नहीं, सब समझ में आ गया है ना? हाँ, विद अ स्माइल बोल दे, हाँ सर बिल्कुल समझ में आ गया, अच्छे से समझ में आ गया. कोई शक नहीं है ना? और क्या, बिल्कुल बढ़िया, बिल्कुल बढ़िया. अमेजिंग अमेजिंग. नाउ देख ले, व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ एंगल, और लेट अस ड्रॉ इन द नेक्स्ट पेज. यही पेज, व्हिच मींस द फर्स्ट कंडक्टर इज हियर है ना, देख ले. This was a region of first conductor. The length is in this direction L, and the magnetic field is also in the same direction, isn't it? Magnetic field is in this direction, length is also in this direction. So integral B dot dl over the first conductor will be equal to integral B dl cos theta. What will be the value of theta? For the first conductor, which we have considered, length is towards right, magnetic field is towards right, theta हो जाएगा 0. So cos 0 is 1. So this is B dl. B is a constant. Integral of dl is B into length L. Integrating dl will give you BL. हाँ बिल्कुल है ना. Okay, फटाफट. और if you can stay till half an hour more, till 10 o'clock, हो जाएगा. So integral B dot dl over the first conductor is BL. ठीक है? So I'm going to substitute that here. Integral B dot dl is equal to BL, and that is equal to, on the right hand side what we have, mu naught. On the right hand side we have mu naught capital N small l I divided by capital length. हो गया? Okay, so छोटू L cancel करके what do we have? Mu naught. Number of turns per unit length, we will be representing it as small n I. So the value of magnetic field produced inside the solenoid is given by the formula of mu naught n I. What is the small n? Number of turns per unit length. N is equal to number of turns per length, per unit length. Note it down. अरे रोहन, नेक्स्ट क्लास इज ऑन मंडे है ना, मंडे 10 PM हमारा क्रैश कोर्स. ओके, अभी ये क्लास कंप्लीट कर ले, उसके बाद है ना हमारा नेक्स्ट क्लास. ओके, क्वेश्चन. सिंगिंग बहुत अच्छे करते हैं, इंस्टाग्राम पे देखा. अंग्रेजा वेरी गुड, थैंक यू सो मच. एंटरटेन है हम छोटू. ओके, सो जल्दी के जल्दी फटाफट बता दे इसका आंसर क्या है. द सिंपल क्वेश्चन, डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन, यू ओनली हैव टू यूज अ फॉर्मूला विच आई हैव जस्ट टॉट यू. जल्दी. इसका उत्तर क्या होता है मेरा बच्चा लोग, फटाफट बोल दे. Riya says it's Riya is the first person, says option B, 0.7 millitesla. जय says option C. ठीक है जय, देखेगा हम. फिर नो वन, ये इतना ही है. Okay, so yes, the correct option is B. Who gave me the correct answer first? Akansha, I think, or someone else. Akansha, right? Or whoever gave me the correct answer? Everyone. Very good. It's option B. Let's see. A solenoid of length 2.7 meter, okay, has a radius of 0.85 and has 600 turns. So the total number of turns is 600. It carries a current of 2.5 amperes. Okay, what is the magnitude of the magnetic field inside the solenoid? Simple. Magnetic field is equal to mu naught Ni. We know that mu naught divided by 4 pi, if I haven't told you, write it down. Mu naught by 4 pi is 10 power minus 7. So mu naught का value कितना होता है? 4 pi into 10 power minus 7, 4 into 3.14 into 10 power minus 7. ठीक है, ये छोटू n क्या आता है? Number of turns per unit length. What is number of turns? 600 by length is 2.7 and current I होता है 2.5. ठीक है, we can do this in a very simple way and faster way. Okay, देख ले how to do this problem and these kind of problems. 2.5 by 2.7 is a value lesser than a chotu lesser than 1. Okay, so 4 into 3.14 is a value greater than 12. So if you multiply 4 into 3.14, which is a value greater than 12, by 2.5 by 2.7, which is a value bit lesser than 1, what happens? This will be a value a bit lesser than what it actually is. It actually is a value greater than 12. So while multiplying it with a value a bit lesser than 1, it will almost become 12. Okay, multiplied by 10 power minus 7. Did we miss something? Into 600. Okay, so 12 into 6, 6 2s are 12, ये हो गया 72. 2 zeros will become 10 power minus 5, 10 power minus 7 into this. This I can write it as 0.7 into 10 power minus 3, isn't it? What will you write 0.7 into 10 power minus 3 as? 0.7 millitesla. Okay, So don't do the entire mathematic by multiplying each and everything. Approximate करके do the math problems. ठीक है, ऐसे करता है सब. 0.7 मिली होता है हमारा आंसर. बोल दे और क्या सर, बिल्कुल समझ में आ गया. भाई मंडे को मिलते हैं जब. ओके, नाउ ये क्वेश्चन हम किया है एंड यस. नाउ what is toroid? We are not going for the derivation of a toroid. ठीक है. Now ये solenoid है ना, देख ले, ये हमारा solenoid. So if you connect the ends of a solenoid, okay, if we connect the ends of a solenoid, what we get is a circular shape, what we call it by the name of toroid. So solenoid is a spiral shape like this. So if you bend the solenoid into a circular shape and connect it like this, what we get is a toroid. Okay, yes. And here in this case, in the case of a toroid, if you have any point inside the space, magnetic field is 0. For an outside space, magnetic field is 0. Okay? And the only space where we have magnetic field in the case of a toroid is this. अरे मतलब the same as before, just cut it, it becomes a straight solenoid, and only inside the solenoid we had the magnetic field. Either formula, magnetic field was mu naught Ni. So for here also, for an inside point, the magnetic field is equal to mu naught Ni. Mu naught N is equal to total number of turns per L of the solenoid into I, है ना? Tell me, ये length of the solenoid will be what for this toroid? What is the connection between the length of the solenoid and the toroid? What is the length of the solenoid is getting converted into in the form of for toroid? Let me see how many of you are actually listening. Very good, Rohan. Very good. It is 2 pi r. So this is mu naught N divided by 2 pi r into I. Okay, so whatever it is, the formula is mu naught small n into I, where n is number of turns per unit length, right? Capital N by capital L. But in the case of a toroid, this capital L become 2 pi r, because the length of the solenoid is becoming circumference of the toroid. समझ में आ गया? समझ में आ गया? Which means only for a point between these two, magnetic field will be there. For an inside point and for an outside point, the magnetic field will be 0. How many of you want to know why it is getting 0 for an inside and outside point? How many of you want to know, sir, how is it possible? ये 0 कैसे आ रहा है? How many of you want to know? Akansha wants to know. फिर nobody else? हाँ, किसी को नहीं चाहिए? Nobody wants the reason for magnetic field is getting 0 for inside point in this chotu space, in this circular space. नहीं dragon, that is for an outside point. इधर देख ले. You want to find out the magnetic field at this point. Use our Ampere Circuit Law. ठीक है? And what does it say? ठीक है मेरा. Yes. So if you want to find out the magnetic field according to Ampere Circuit Law, what will you do? You just draw a closed loop passing through that point. Did you draw? Yes. You have, or we all have drawn together. Then apply the formula of integral B dot dl is equal to mu naught times the current it encloses. Tell me, in this closed loop, can you find any current passing through it? Is there any current? No, all the current carrying conductors are here, right? So it is not there in this closed loop which we have drawn. So current I is equal to 0. So left hand side is equal to 0. So the B which is on the right left hand side of the equation will also be 0. समझ में आ गया? Okay, for an inside point, how it is getting 0? Now you will be like, sir, how it is getting 0 for an outside point? Outside point में, if I draw a Ampere circuit loop, obviously there is a current carrying conductors. ओके समझ में आ गया है ना, कोई भी डाउट्स नहीं, अच्छे से देख ले. ये पॉइंट देखा है, आउटसाइड पॉइंट ऑफ अ टॉरॉइड. आई वांट टू फाइंड द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. एम्पियर सर्क्यूट लॉ सेज कंसीडर अ क्लोज लूप. ठीक है, so according to Ampere circuit loop, I just have drawn a closed loop. Let it be a circle. Apply the formula. Integral V dot dl is equal to mu naught times the enclosed current. Can you tell me what is the enclosed current here? बोल दे. Let me see how many of you can answer me this. What is the direction of what is the enclosed current here? Obviously current is there, but total enclosed current, Rohan says 0. How many of you understood? You will be like, sir, we can see current carrying wires are there, but how it is getting 0? It's very simple. Dekh. Current is coming through the wire, na? So it is making circular turns. It is going inside here. Inside, how will you mark it? I'll put a dot. The current I is moving inward at this point. Current jaake, from here what happens? Current will be coming out from here. Isn't it? So outward I and inward I here. So everywhere there will be an equal amount of inward current and an outward current. If you add all these currents together, what happens? The enclosed current will be equal to 0. So current moving downward and outward will be equal, they'll get cancelled. So right hand side will be 0, which makes B as 0 here. मिल गया तो मिल गया, आंसर तो मिल गया. हाँ, समझ आ गया सबको? अच्छा वाला समझ, हैप्पी वाला समझ, with a smiling वाला. ओके आकांक्षा. ओके, बिल्कुल बढ़िया. So we did this problem. Yes. So we are done with what? Finding out the magnetic field using Biot-Savart's law, and yes, by using Ampere circuit law. Now what is left? Finding out the force on charges and current carrying conductors. यही होता है what is left. This is what is left. Shall we find out? हाँ? Are you all ready मेरे बच्चा लोग? रेडी है या नहीं? Yes, Rohan, Sneha, Akansha, Gunjan, everyone is super ready. So ठीक है. Now we know that. Everyone listen here and do take notes also बच्चा लोग. ठीक है? Do take all the notes. It's very important. We'll take a fresh page. We know that if you are having a charge Q, and if it is kept in an external electric field of E from the chapter of electrostatics, will this charge be experiencing a force? Bol, I'm looking into the chat box. Bachcha log bol de. Will this charge Q be experiencing a force if it is kept in an electric field of E? Will it be experiencing a force? हाँ या नहीं? हाँ या नहीं? जल्दी. Yes, what is the force formula? The force experienced by a charge in an electric field is equal to Q into E. Isn't it? Yes sir, yes. जो आप बोल दिया, सच बोल दिया. So the next part what we are going to learn here is, similarly a charge in an electric field experiences a force if there is a magnetic field, and if you are having a charge which is moving. Here the charge is not stationary, it is moving with some velocity v, making some angle theta. Okay, the question, will it be experiencing a force? Yes, it was found out that this moving charge will be experiencing a force, and the amount of force it experiences is equal to Q, which means the amount of charge, the velocity v, b sine theta. If you rearrange this, Q into magnetic field into v sine theta. What is this v sine theta? अरे if you look into V has two components. ये हमारा cos theta component, ठीक है, ये हमारा sin theta component. So, in the calculation of force experienced by a charge, we are only considering that value of velocity which is perpendicular to the magnetic field. Or, in the production of force experienced by a charge, we only need that velocity which is perpendicular to the existing magnetic field. So, force का value हो गया QBV sin theta. Okay, what is it? QBV sin theta. So we only take the perpendicular component of velocity in the calculation of force. आ गया तो आ गया, सबको समझ में आ गया, कोई शक भी नहीं है ना. So ठीक है. Now let me ask you, what is happening to this V cos theta? Or if there is a magnetic field and if the particle of charge is moving with velocity v parallel to the magnetic field, what is the formula for force will be? That is QVB sin theta, है ना. इधर का theta कितना है? If velocity and magnetic field are parallel to each other. हाँ, theta is equal to 0 if the particle is moving parallel to magnetic field. So here the force will also be क्या हो जाएगा? 0. मतलब if a charge is moving parallel to the magnetic field, force will be 0. And for a magnetic force to be experienced by a charged particle, there should be a perpendicular component of velocity. So only with the perpendicular component of velocity to be experiencing a force, formula is QBV sin theta. समझ में आ गया सबको? Vikas, Neha, entertainer, this is very important, the force experienced by a moving charged particle. Okay, done. Okay, so how can you write this QVB sin theta as? You can write it as Q into QV cross B. What is it? Array QVB sin theta, how will you write it? That is equal to Q into V cross B. It is a cross product of velocity and magnetic field, and that is the force vector. I hope you forgot the fact that force is a vector and you are like, okay, QVB sin theta is more than enough to find the force. Bilkul nahi. For finding out the force, what else is also need? Yes, we need to find the direction also. So how to get the direction of force experienced? How to find out the direction of the force experienced? How many of you want to know? How many of you want to know? Array, space nahi kya? We'll write it here. So the direction of force experienced by this moving charge can be found out by using left hand Fleming's. Everyone write it down. Fleming's left hand rule. How to do it? देख ले, there is a magnetic field invert the plane. A charge Q is moving upward with some velocity V. If someone is asking you what is the direction of force it experiences, okay, what do you have to do? Take out your left hand, not right, left hand. Stretch all the three fingers. कर दिया बच्चा लोग? रोहन, स्नेहा, आकांक्षा, पूरा का पूरा बच्चे लोग ये कर ले. Just extend all the three fingers like this. कर दिया? Okay. Now, this finger, which means your index finger, I'll write it here. Index, point it in the direction of magnetic field B. What is the direction of magnetic field? Inside the plane. Don't look into the video, just do it according to what I say. It should be inside the plane, moving inside. Okay. Then our middle finger, it should be in the direction of velocity. What is the direction of velocity? Upward. So keep your middle finger upwards. Kar diya? Done. Now just look into the thumb. Thumb will give you the direction of force. So what is the direction of force experienced by this positively charged particle? That is towards left, by using Fleming's left hand rule. हो गया. Hi Manisha. Is it clear to everyone? कोई शक, कोई doubts? कोई doubts to find out the direction of force experienced by a moving charge particle? बोल दे सर, कुछ भी नहीं, हमको समझ में आ गया. So in this force experienced by a moving charge particle, we have learned about the magnitude of the force. There you have seen that only the perpendicular component of velocity is there in finding out, in the production of force it experiences. One thing, direction can be found out by Fleming's left hand rule. जल्दी से जल्दी नोट कर ले. नो डाउट्स है ना वेरी गुड मेरा बच्चा लोग. Rohan, take out your left hand. Index finger in the direction of magnetic field. According to our question, it is inside the plane. Middle finger in the direction of velocity. Velocity is upward. Look into the thumb, and whatever is the direction of the thumb, that is the direction of force. Thumb is pointed towards left, so that is the direction of force. मिल गया तो मिल गया, आंसर भी मिल गया, मजा भी आ गया. Okay sir, please give us question. So question तो देखिएगा. Okay, कर ले. Do this. हाँ entertainer, I'll come once. Okay, if at all I'm coming to Punjab, I'll let you know. इसका उत्तर दे दे. A beam of protons मतलब positive charge is horizontally towards you. Okay, ऐसे आ रहा है. Okay, this figure you don't have to. Okay, don't have to refer that particular figure. Just read the question. It is moving horizontally towards you. Okay, it is coming towards you ऐसे. Can you see that? It is coming towards you ऐसे. As it approaches, it passes through a magnetic field directed downward. So the charge particle is coming towards you, magnetic field is downward. In which direction the beam deflects? That's the question. Everyone is like the option A. Anna is like option B. Sneha is like option B. Okay, shall we find out? For finding out the direction, what do you have to do? Take out all the three fingers. Okay, all the three fingers of your left hand, stretch it in the perpendicular directions. कर दिया, first thing to be done. उसके बाद index finger has to be directed in the direction of magnetic field downwards, right? Okay, I hope that my bones are not gonna break. Then middle finger in the direction of velocity, it is coming towards you. Hey या नहीं? Yes, middle finger towards you. Then index finger downward, pointing the direction of the magnetic field. What is the direction of the thumb? What is the direction shown by thumb? Towards right. So to your right it will be deflecting. कोई बात, कोई शक, कुछ भी नहीं है ना. रोहन, सत्या, जसनूर, म्यारा, everyone. Isn't it? Very good. Shall we do one more question? एक और question करेगा. Okay, ये कर ले. अरे wrong हो गया, कोई बात नहीं. It's totally fine. Here we are to learn the topic है ना. मिलजुल कर हम we'll learn all the concept and we are going to grab 35 marks in the upcoming physics. That is our motto. So we'll do anything for that. वही है बस. Snehalada, sir, I just joined just now. कोई बात नहीं. You can continue learning from here. And whatever parts you have missed, please do watch the replay and understand the concept. वही है बस. Answer. You should be having a bit of knowledge about vectors also. Then only you can do this question. Magnetic field is given, force is given, but the question is what is the velocity. Charge is also given, as you can see. Manoranjan is like B, Shruti is like B, Riya says B, Satya says A, Akansha says C. Back Rashi, good to have you back. Alternating current का हो गया हमारा one shot long before. ठीक है, please find it out. You can search in with my name with alternating current. You will get YouTube video. ठीक है? So the correct option is D. Nobody have said the answer. So let us find out. We know that Q into V vector cross the magnetic field vector is equal to the force vector. कोई शक? Direct formula. Q का value 10 power minus 9. It doesn't have any direction. It's a scalar quantity. Velocity vector, we don't know. But we know that it is having some I cap and j cap. So I'm going to put it as x I cap plus y j cap. Cross. Magnetic field का value is given 4 into 10 power minus 3 k cap is equal to our force. How much is our force? 4i plus 3j into 10 power minus 10. First, let us multiply all the numericals available. Then we will calculate on the basis of direction. So 10 power minus 9 into 4 into 10 power minus 3. How much is the answer? 4 into 10 power minus 12. Inside the bracket, x I cap plus y j cap, which we need to find out, cross k cap is equal to this 10 power minus 10, take it to the left, by 10 power minus 10 ho jayega. So 4 I cap plus 3 j cap. So by 10 power minus 10, 10 power minus 12 by 10 power minus 10 कितना हो जाएगा? 10 power minus 2. So I'm just writing it here itself. I hope it's not a problem. So it became 4 into 10 power minus 2 x I cap plus y j cap cross k cap is equal to 4i plus 3j. Tell me, I cap cross k cap will give you what? I cross k will be giving you minus j. So actually there is a small the force has to be with a minus sign. Okay, in the question that negative sign is actually missing. That's the only thing. देख ले, I cap plus k cap, what will it be showing you? It will be giving you j cap, right? So multiply कर ले, 4 into 10 power minus 2 x I cross k will be equal to j plus then 4 into 10 power minus 2, 4 into 10 power minus 2 multiplying inside the bracket y, okay, j cross k that will be equal to I is equal to 4i cap plus 3j cap. कोई doubts है? I just did the cross product here by using the concept of vectors और कुछ नहीं मैं किया. Now what is left? Only equate the numericals in the same direction. This is j cap. Here j cap is with 3. So 4 into 10 power minus 12 x is equal to 3. कोई शक? Here j cap is having 4 into 10 power minus 12 x. Here j cap is having 3. Shall I equate? 4 into 10 power minus 2 into x is equal to 3. So x is equal to 3 by 4 into 10 power minus 2. 3 by 4 is equal to 0.75 into 10 power minus 2. So this is equal to 75. Isn't the x component 75? Isn't it? हाँ sir, बिल्कुल. And what about the देख ले, here it is I, here it is I. So just equating the numericals of in the same direction. 4 into 10 power minus 2y. What is it? 4 into 10 power minus 2y is equal to, what is the numerical value in the same direction, which means in the I cap direction on the right hand side? It's 4 is equal to 4. So 4 हो गया, cancel हो गया by 10 power 12, ये हो गया 100. कोई शक? हाँ डायरेक्शन में कोई थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम है. Okay, there is a bit of a problem in the direction. So वही है. Okay, so अरे बाप रे, इधर तो 100 भी होना चाहिए, 100 भी होना चाहिए ऑप्शन डी पे. Okay, that's the only thing that is left here. So I hope it is clear to every one of you. Yes, I know that negative sign is there. So in the question, there is small error with directions. Fine. A small error is there in the question with the direction. But what I want every one of you to concentrate is the method by which we have done this problem. Is the method clear to everyone? It's the option D with 100J. Clear, hai na, Rohan, Anna, Veda? Okay. Now we'll take a break. And after break, we'll be continuing with Lorenz Force. ठीक है? बस 5 मिनट का break. So a break for 5 minutes. So everyone have some tea, okay? Refresh yourself and come back. We'll continue. 5 minutes. Okay, so come back. We'll continue with our discussion. So till then, bye everyone. Take care. I'll come back. 5 minutes. Those who don't want to leave, you can sit on the chair and have some food. You can have some water and relax yourself. Okay, close your eyes and relax. नेक्स्ट चैप्टर, सो ये चैप्टर कौन करेगा? हाँ, बच्चा लोग. Okay, so we are back after our break. So I hope you all had an amazing break and you are back with full of your energy. So I'm back with my full energy. Okay, thank you so much, Abhinav. So ये बोल दे, are you all back with an energy? We'll go with electricity. अरे बाप रे, तो ये चैप्टर शुरू किया आप, अब बोल रहे सर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चाहिए, ये क्या बात हो गया? Okay, so we'll go back and we'll continue with this particular chapter, shall we? So here we go, everyone with full of energy. And where did we stop? We were telling that, I'm really sorry, we were telling that, so if you are having a charge q which is moving with some velocity v, and if it is kept in a magnetic field by making some angle theta, it will be experiencing a force that is equal to q into v cross b. This is the force it experiences. Okay, now let's say that along with the presence of magnetic field in this region, there is some electric field also. Okay, in some specific direction there is some electric field also. So this particular charge q, how many forces will it be experiencing? Jaldi bata. It will be experiencing a force because of magnetic field. We call it as magnetic force. Along with this, it will be experiencing an electric force formula, charge into electric field. So in this case, the same charge will be experiencing both the forces and the particle will be moving in the direction of net force acting on this particular charge. है क्या या नहीं? समझ में आ गया ये? Okay, so the total force will be equal to QE vector plus QE vector plus Q into V vector cross the V vector. And if you take Q as common, it can be written as the force vector is equal to Q E vector plus V vector cross the B vector. And this total force, इसका नाम क्या होता है? What do we call this? This is called as the Lorenz force. The sum total of electric force and the magnetic force acting on a charged particle. नाम है, जल्दी बता मेरा बच्चा लोग. इसका नाम है Lorenz force. Okay, yes. म्यारा, रोहन, समझ में आ गया? So write it down somewhere, जल्दी फटाफट everyone. I hope no doubts at all on this particular part. Okay, so I haven't told anything new. So I just have combined all the information that we were learning till now, है ना? और क्या सर, बस. Now, magnetic force we have learned, and yes, we have to go with a current carrying conductor. Before starting with a current carrying conductor, don't you all want to know the motion of a charged particle? How a charged particle will be moving when it is kept in an external magnetic field alone? Don't you all want to know? This is one of the important topic. Myara, Gansha, Rohan, Shruti, right? Okay, देख ले. हाँ, torque we'll be talking about. Don't worry, every topic we'll cover. Okay, आप नोट कर रहे हैं म्यारा? ठीक है, जल्दी नोट कर ले. Only one equation, right? F is equal to Q into E vector plus V vector cross B vector. Okay, रोहन, म्यारा, तनिष्क, आकांक्षा, श्रुति, हो गया ना सब? Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to find out the motion. किसका motion? Motion of a charged particle in magnetic field B. ये होता है how to find out. देख ले. We have a region where there is magnetic field inwards everywhere. Okay, there is magnetic field inwards. Now this charged particle which is moving towards right, okay, with some velocity v, charge is q, is entering towards right into this region of magnetic field where it is directed inward the plane. What happens? It will be experiencing a force, formula q into v cross b, isn't it? Yes, the force is that Tell me, what will be the direction of force it experiences? How will we find out? Left hand rule, isn't it? Take your left hand, stretch all the 3 fingers. Kar diya? Okay. Now keep your index finger in the direction of magnetic field, that is inwards, right? Middle finger in the direction of velocity, that is towards right. What is the direction of force? You can see that the force is perpendicular and this is the direction of force it experiences, isn't it? Yes. So because of the force it experiences in the upward, a charged particle which was moving towards right will change its direction. So it will start moving in this direction. Why? Because the particle was pulled up by this force. Now this will be the new direction of velocity. If I use a different color, it will be the new direction of velocity. ऐसे. Now again, this is the direction of